What's going on, YouTube? We back. We alive. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Had to come into the one more time, um, just to get something for y'all in the heat of this madness. Why I didn't cover the Trump assassination. For me, as usual, y'all know my slogan. Sometimes things are a no-brainer. I mean, when you look back at everything, all that they've done to him when he was in office, after coming out of office. Uh, the last election, all these charges, allegation after allegation, impeachments. Now it doesn't surprise you that they would try to do this, and it shows you how dangerous the Democrats are, and that uh, I would be the first to say that the Democratic Party has been operating truly in stealth and as a deep state for a long time. They're double, triple, quadruple agents. Um, Anybody in bed with them pretty much is compromised. A little background noise, y'all forgive me. It's pretty much compromised. Um, I always keep that FBI report in mind. They came out saying that law enforcement and various governmental agencies throughout the United States have been infiltrated by white supremacists and the KKK. Um, you got different types of terrorist groups. They all vary and they all have different agendas and goals uh, and manifestos. And the Democratic Party is a haven for different terrorist groups, different extremist groups, because it seems like whatever is going to be something that could be liberating for the people, it immediately becomes infiltrated. It becomes hijacked. It becomes derailed. Uh, Primarily, black people, right? That's the major piece to the puzzle. Like, everybody is always trying to hinder us, stop us, go after us, use us. Um, so wherever we go, they go. We originally were Republicans. Historically, if you go back and you check the records, we ran out of the Republican Party. We came to the Democratic Party. Now, the Democratic Party was already poor white America, and more than likely, the KKK existed within it beforehand. But what they did was they became secretly operative. So that's the thing. So you nested with the enemy running from the Republican Party. You got ran out of there. So they were on both sides, right? And somehow, some way throughout history, we forgot that uh, the people that we were fighting against wind up being on both sides. So we were caught in the middle, and we were caught in a very crafty trap, and we're still into that trap today. And but the problem is, over time, we have forgotten the original party we came from and the party that we joined. Um, that's what has happened. And now the Democratic Party is so saturated with different groups, not even terrorists, just different separatist groups who act like they are inclusive and about equality. The different immigrants and foreign groups that come over here, and once they get representation of their own in Congress, you know, they lean on that particular person. Next thing you know, they got businesses, communities, they flood your universities. Um, so The black community is not really understanding. Um, and I have come to understand that when you look at the purpose of the Congressional Black Caucus and where it says other marginalized communities, I have come to understand that we need to give that up and stop doing that because it's not helping. Because you're going to find yourself just helping other immigrants come from other nations, and then once they get a position in our government, they're going to take care of their people and bring more of their people in, and they're never going to return the favor, the aid that you gave them as a black community. Never. But I want to talk about mainly today that the Congressional Black Caucus, I've told y'all before, the NAACP, all these black organizations, the black church, the conscious community, they all are failures. They're liars and they're traitors. Um, just like old lying preacher, they're all liars. They cannot get anything done. They cannot get anything specific to you. They cannot get any funds set aside for any kind of projects, programs, improvement, development for the black community across the board within the United States. They can't do anything. And they don't even try. They make excuses now. But they can help other people. Um, Other people can get specifics and tangibles, but we can't. Uh, you know, like they're worried about Donald Trump getting voted in. They need to be worried about themselves because you know I'm I'm saying it here today that you need to stop voting for these people. Vote them out. Get them gone because they're failures and liars, scammers. That's what they are. Angela Rye. If you look at the picture and the thumbnail, she was crying, talking about black people not listening to them. No, we're not. The jig is up. Give me a minute. I got some background noise. Let's see what's going on. Lots of action out here today. But yeah, the jig is up. Um, we shouldn't listen to them anymore. They've had decades to acquire reparations. They've had decades to acquire criminal reform. Um, they've had decades to boost urban development and black business. They've had decades. They've had decades to improve school conditions. They've had decades to do this stuff, you know, but all they do is giving it to other groups. That's all they do. They use the civil rights that our ancestors fought for, the freedom that our ancestors fought for, the resistance to Jim Crow that our ancestors fought for, um, and they just give it to everybody else. They give our tax dollars to everybody else. We can't even recoup our own tax dollars. You know, and I just want y'all to think about that. We can't even recoup our own tax dollars. But yeah, everybody benefits off of what black people do, whether we pay taxes or whether we go out on a day-to-day basis and spend money. Uh, we have nowhere for our dollar to circulate. You know, when you got documented proof of different black Wall Streets being destroyed, no reparations for that. When there's documented proof that y'all did enslave indigenous and also African descendant people, no reparations for that. No reparations for the treatment during Jim Crow. No reparations for segregation. Um, it just makes absolutely no sense. So, who do you listen to after getting no results? None whatsoever. and you have all the facts, proof, and evidence to prove what's due, what restitution is due, what repayment is due, what it's just obvious. So I'm here to tell y'all, you can keep being delusional and you can keep believing liars, con artists, or you can look at the facts, proof, and evidence. And you can look at the historical timeline and you can look and make the assessment for yourself. And it should be self explanatory. I'm going to get out of here on this one. I'll talk to y'all later. This is your boy Zulu Go. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back later.